We have got a Emmy Award. No, let me go again. Cut. Hi guys. Welcome back to the podcast. Okay. Hi guys. Welcome back to another episode of the Insights Everything podcast, sponsored by Everything Branded. Today, our guest is starring in the Emmy Award-winning TV show Ted Lasso. We've got Tom Hendryk.
Hey.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, thank you very much. Thank you very much for having me. And it's so cool that this podcast is in Leicester as well. So that's amazing. This is a true story. The first goal that was scored in the Ted Lasso audition was by yours truly, by me.
So I'm going to jump straight in.
Yeah, let's do it.
What got you into acting?
What got me into acting? I've always done acting, even since I was quite young. But I think at the time I never really considered acting as a profession. None of my family did acting. A lot of my family did Polish dancing, but it's very different. It's not acting. And I was more in tune with sports, I'd say. So I had trials and I trained with the Leicester Tigers Academy. So that was kind of where my focus was at. And then just one day, Jane Gray, she was the head of performing arts at my school, St. Paul's in Leicester. She said, "You need to do this. This is something you need to do or really think about." And I kind of laughed it off, going, "Yeah, I don't know," because I went to all the performing arts trips that happened every year, and I've always done it, even since I was quite young, but I never really considered it. And then I think when a teacher puts that kind of confidence into you, it's huge. I think it's so underestimated how much teachers' words mean to students. And then when she said that, it resonated with me massively, and I went, "Screw it, let's go for it." And I applied to drama school, and the rest is kind of history.
Oh wow! Was that at like the age of 18 then that you started to?
Yeah, I took a gap year, as they say, and kind of just worked and tried to get some experience. And then I applied for drama school, and I got into the Royal Birmingham Conservatoire, and that was a lot of fun. I always say drama school was the best time of my life mixed with the worst time of your life, all into one. You can imagine it's 30 people in your year. You see them every single day, and you love them dearly, but they're like your family, so you fight with them as well as you love them. So yeah.
Oh, that's exciting. So after drama school, how did you then? Did you kind of start going into like films, or was it straight into like series, or just being an extra? How did you then take it from there?
So the first year of drama school, outside of drama school, what I needed to do was get my showreel. So that's massively important for any actor or aspiring actor. You need to get your showreel first and foremost, because no casting director or agent will hire you unless they know you're any good or even what you sound like. So I worked for free or expenses, basically wrote to people, went on mandy.com, it's a casting website, just tried to get as much experience as possible, from short films to student films, anything I possibly could to get a showreel together. Because I think even then I was smart enough, I think, to realize that a lot of the stuff you're going to do, some of it's going to be good, some of it's going to be bad. So work as much as possible, and then when you get the footage back, then you know, okay, this is what I've got to play with here for my first showreel. So that's kind of what I did. And my first professional work in the theatre, I actually worked with, it was Royal Shakespeare Company meets National Theatre of Scotland production of Dunsinane. And it's like almost like a spin-off of Macbeth kind of thing. And I had a small part in that. And and that was kind of my first theatre job. And that I mixed that alongside of just trying to work on screen as much as possible.
Do you think theatre is something that you originally thought you wanted to get more involved in, or was it just like gaining experience in that
Oh, no,
area?
100%. No, theatre is my bread and butter. I think most drama schools, they teach mainly theatre work and theatre practice rather than screen work. There is, of course, some screen work, but lessons, classes, what have you. But mainly it's theatre, bread and butter theatre. And they give you a big toolkit of what you could use and how it can help you. And a lot of it, you think, well, this is crap. But a lot of it, you think it's perfect and it resonates with you. And then sometimes later down the line, you think the things you thought were crap initially at the time, then it starts to resonate with you, and it's quite amazing, really. So I've just finished taking part in a play. Finished last month. It's called Waiting for Anya. I played a Nazi lieutenant. I was actually the main antagonist in it. It's Michael Morpurgo's new play. So he wrote Warhorse.
Oh, wow.
And it was his premiere cast. So that was a lot of fun. And that was my first actually theatre gig since COVID. I did quite a bit of theatre before COVID, but it was so nice to get back treading the boards, especially after so many years of shooting TED. So that was brilliant to get back on stage.
There's nothing better than walking out on stage and like hearing the crowd like cheering and just live performance, because you can't.
Absolutely.
If you make a mistake, you just got to roll with that mistake.
No one's going to help you out. No one's going to shout cut.
Yeah.
and help you out. And I think that's what I love. It's that buzz. It's that wildness, the adrenaline. That it's just you, and no one can get you out of this mess. Obviously, you got your castmates and you're a team, and they could potentially help you if you dry on stage or what have you. But no, there is nothing like that live feeling of making an audience laugh or cry or gasp or just make them feel something. That might sound ridiculous to some people, but honestly, it is the best feeling.
I'm a theatre geek, so I can get what you mean. Like watching them and like seeing a live performance, it's so surreal. I love it. What would be your dream role in theatre?
In theatre? Oh, that's a great question.
Are you more like a Shakespeare kind of traditional or more of a
I think I would poo myself if I was given Macbeth or Hamlet, but it would be so exciting. It'd be one of these roles where you think, oh my. It's the Everest.
I've made it.
It's the Everest. If it was like RSC playing Hamlet or Macbeth. But yes, I'd love that. I'd absolutely love that. And that kind of pressure on my shoulders, I think that'd be brilliant. It's one of these things, like a sink or swim kind of thing.
It's like a new language you've always got to learn.
It is.
Like,
it's beautiful. It is beautiful.
Gorgeous,
and definitely when I was growing up, I'm sure it's like many people, you think, well, what is this? I mean, it's not even English. But I think for me anyway, with age and with drama school, it made me really appreciate the language, and it's so beautiful. And I'd love to do that. But aside from Shakespeare, that's a really, really good question. Maybe I don't know, an Arthur Miller play would be great. Playing in the Crucible or View from the Bridge, that would be amazing. I don't know, but there's so many new works out there in the Royal Court. That'd be good fun. I haven't played at the Royal Court before and have a new play. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think I could answer that more easily for screen work.
Yeah.
But for theatre, everything and anything really. Just bring it on.
So you trained in like singing and performing, or is it just kind of?
It was mainly straight acting rather than singing. We did do a little bit of singing at drama school, but it wasn't really focused on musical theatre. It was more focused on straight acting. Though we did do a lot of singing, and that was great. That was great. But it was great for many reasons, because a lot of people didn't come in to do musical theatre. So when you have some of your friends, trying to sing and they feel like they can't, and you want to support them, but it's brilliant. It's great fun.
What one piece of advice would you give to someone who's about to start at drama school?
Well, first of all, well done for getting into drama school, because that's not easy. Thousands of people apply for drama school, and they don't get in. However, what I will say for those who do get in is you're not you're the big fish anymore. So back in my performing arts college at St Paul's, you feel like, okay, I'm the big fish here, and then when you go to drama school, you get an education. Yeah. Because everyone's good, and you're humbled very quickly. So just work hard, and you're not the main guy anymore. So just work and put the practice in. And sometimes it's hard because it's first year, it's exciting, it's drama school, you want to go out. And to be fair, we didn't really go out. We didn't have the chance to go out because we were in at 8 or half 8 for doing bodycon classes, and then we're out till 5:36, and then we go again the next day. Yeah. And so at university, you have a lot more free time, from what I understand. But in drama school, there's not really much of that. So it's quite full on. So yeah. So if you're getting into drama school, congratulations. Now it's the time to work. But if you're still trying to get into drama school, again, get the experience. Go to do Amdram, Amdram Dramatics. Go to your local theatre, get on stage, know what it's like, and it will stand you in brilliant stead for the future. Honestly, it might sound ridiculous. Oh, but what can that teach me? It will teach you so much. And
it'll stand you up from the crowd as well, knowing that you've put yourself out there.
Absolutely. And in the day, drama schools, that so many people who apply to drama schools are talented. So what sets you apart? It's got to be your personality and who you are, and how much you put into your work and your craft beforehand. It's all very well being talented, and there are so many people who are talented and don't get those lucky breaks. So it's basically what sets you out from the crowd. Yeah. So yeah, just work.
Amazing. You just briefly mentioned that you played like a German role. Did you do like a lot of accents then?
Yeah, they asked me to do now, but yes, I don't know. I got quite a few. I mean, I can never nail the Geordie accent. That accent is you feel like you have it for 5 seconds and it just goes. So I played Lieutenant Weissman. He was a German Nazi. So yes, I had a German accent, and yeah, I just love accent work because it's just one of the great things about being an actor is being someone else and being someone completely different from you. That's why I like playing antagonists and like bad guy roles, because they're so much fun, because you get to do and say things that you'd never even dream or even sometimes want to say. Absolutely. I love accent work and how it can change who a person is or can be. It's very freeing, very liberating.
What was your favourite accent to do, do you reckon?
Favourite accent? I love a northern accent. I love a Yorkshire accent. I do. It's just, it makes me feel like a different person. Sometimes actually when I don't know, just for fun, when I go on holiday or different places, I just talk with a Yorkshire accent, because if I want to seem friendly to someone, there's nothing friendly than a Yorkshire accent in my eyes. Literally, you put on a Yorkshire accent, and instantly you're the nicest guy in the room.
Can we have a quick line of a northern accent?
No, absolutely not.
It was worth a try.
No, I'll probably get a lot of hate from the people of Huddersfield or Leeds or what have you. So no, but I'll spare them that. But honestly, I think you might have to take my word for it this time. But it is a lot of fun to do.
If you're like in a role which requires an accent, do you feel like when they say cut, are you back to your normal like accent, or do you feel like you kind of got to keep that going to stay in character?
I think it depends on the job, to be honest. But overall, I would say not. If we're going between takes, I think I'd keep it. Yeah. But if I wouldn't for example, if I was playing a Yorkshire accent for a job, I wouldn't have a Yorkshire accent and speak to the makeup artists and speak to in the crew and everyone involved. No, I wouldn't do that. But I think if it was between takes, just to keep the energy, that focus, then I would I'd probably keep the accent then. Yeah, in that case.
Yeah, sounds great. So as an actor, do you feel like you need to set yourself like aside from like your personal life? So do you have like a stage name or like make yourself your own brand or anything to set yourself aside from Tom at home?
Yeah, well, funnily enough, Tom Hendryk is actually a stage name. So my birth name, or my legal name, if you like, is Tom Pawluczyk. It's very Polish, and though I'm very proud of my Polish heritage and Polish roots, and I speak the language, I think coming out of drama school and having my agent at the time, the head of drama school, and many other people within the industry telling me, not suggesting, telling me that I should change my name, which I think in hindsight, I may or may not have been the right thing to do, but at the time it was the right thing to do because of I was just a young actor coming out of drama school. I don't know any better.
Yeah.
So that's why I felt I needed to change my name, because everyone says people are just going to think you're from Poland, not you're Polish, but from Poland with an accent, and they won't cast you, won't come see you in the room for that. Which at the time I thought I understood and I believed, and I thought why not? But Tom Hendryk, I chose Hendryk because my uncle Henryk, he got me into Polish dancing. It's a big passion of mine, Polish dancing, and I thought long and hard about this, that I needed a name that wasn't English, but that needed to still resonate with my Polish heritage. Yeah. So people may think that, oh, Hendryk, that's not an English name. Where's that from? That it could be
That's
it
your
could be
interest
Polish.
as well. It makes like,
absolutely,
yeah.
And it keeps kind of like my Polish heritage alive with using my uncle's name, and yes, and I think it's, when you say about branding, it's very important for me to look like my name. I think that was very important. So whatever name I chose, it still had to look like me.
Yeah.
It started to feel like me, because Tom Hendryk is who I am, and it is my branding. That's what I'm putting myself out there as to the world. I am Tom Hendryk, and I had to be fine with having a new name for potentially the rest of my life. So that's why choosing that name became so very important to me, and had to still stick with my heritage. So that's why it wasn't just a name that had to come out with thin air. I thought long and hard about this, and that's how Hendryk kind of came to be.
That's a really nice story, because it is still, like you said, like linking to your family and everything like that. So it's not just completely random.
Absolutely. It's family's massively important to me, as is my Polish roots, as is my Polish dancing. That's why it kind of is all kind of met in the middle, and that's
nice.
That's
Polish dancing sounds exciting, though.
Yeah, Polish dancing. Yeah, I mean, I've something I've always done since I was very, very, very young. There's a Polish dance group in Leicester called Polish Leicester, and I danced with the young group, and then I danced with the older group. Then became the assistant instructor of that group, and then I started dancing with groups in London and in America.
Oh, wow.
And then I thought, let's take this further. So I became an instructor of Polish folklore. So I've got my qualifications in Poland.
Oh, wow.
And now I am the vice chair of the Polish Folklore Federation in the United Kingdom. It's because it's given me so much with my performance aspects, confidence. My future wife, I met at my Polish folklore class. So, it's given me friends around the world. I'm lucky enough to I can call someone in Perth or in Sydney, or I can go to America in Detroit and New York, and I can have a bed for the night. It's a wonderful thing. Because of all the amazing people you meet who are just like you, but around the world, doing the Polish folk dance course.
That's
and
lovely
dancing.
that you're able to hold on to that heritage and everything, and just although you're in Leicester, still be able to talk to everyone who kind of has had like maybe like a similar upbringing to you and just talking Polish and everything
Well,
like that. It must be lovely.
Absolutely. And I'm having less, unfortunately, because of my career, which I'm having less time being able to rehearse and dance. So that's why I'm now going into the organising side of things, because I still want to give back to the Polish community, and I think it's great now. I'm seeing the next generation now of English Poles kind of meeting up, going for dances and all that kind of thing from different countries and cities, and it feels like, yes, you kind of passing the baton down. So yeah, it's really nice for me personally.
How does Polish dancing stand from like, I don't know what's a regular dance. Is it like kind of like a contemporary kind of style, or is it a...
No, it's not so much contemporary. It's very hard to explain. When I try to explain it to people, it's kind of like ballroom meets like your hopak dancing that you see in like the Ukrainian kind of style. So every region in Poland, I'll try not to bore people here. I'll try to be as succinct as possible. Every region of Poland has a different style of dancing. Whether that in the south, in the mountains, it's more manly and you dance with axes and you do all the tricks like you see with the Ukrainian kind of dancing with the leg work. And then the higher up you go, it's more couple dancing and it's more about storytelling, which I also love, and it's love stories, and sometimes some stories can be based about alcohol and drinking and having a good time and partying, but mostly it's couple dancing, and some of it is more tricks and look at me and very showing off dancing, and it's just great fun.
Oh, that's amazing. So do you have like big shows around like the UK to showcase them?
This year actually I organised, or I co-organised I should say, the 11th Polish Folklore Festival.
Oh wow.
It happens every 3 years, where all the Polish folk dance groups within the UK and Ireland come together, and we have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dancers. About, I think it was 15 groups around the UK and Ireland. This year it was in Croydon at the Fairfield Halls, and that was great fun. And actually, I did dance with my group back in Leicester. So that was nice to put my boots on for that again. But yes, it was a lot of work to help to organise an event of that scale. So yeah, a lot of fun at the same time.
Oh, that's nice that you have like that hobby aside from like the acting and everything. It's nice to like have a bit of escapism and...
Well, I think it's important. I think everyone should. I don't think anyone should be defined by their career. Forgetting if it's acting or whatever. I mean, you should be doing things other than work. Yeah. I just think it makes a human being more interesting. It makes you feel alive that you're doing something else other than work.
Yeah.
Not that I even sometimes feel that acting is work, which is a wonderful thing. But yeah, you need to kind of just expand your horizons and put yourself into uncomfortable positions, because only then I think you can really grow and feel like you're actually living. So yeah, to do stuff.
Yeah. So we've spoken about your dream role. What your dream role would be in the theatre. What would your dream role be on the screen? Do you see yourself as a Marvel character? Or?
Well, I mean that would be incredible. I mean, though highly unlikely, I think growing up, I've always loved the Bond franchise.
Oh, amazing.
To be either James Bond or a Bond villain, I mean, that would just be incredible. That would be incredible. Well, to be Bond would literally be living the dream. That's the pinnacle of being an actor. Forgetting the awards or what some actors could aspire to have. To be Bond, I mean, you're immortal, aren't you? Yeah. You are immortal, and that would just be incredible. I'd say that would be my dream job.
That would be amazing. What would be your dream series to work on?
Dream series? Yeah. I mean, if they can bring back Friends, that'd be great.
Yes.
to play. How old would Ben be now? I could play Ben. In Ross's son. So yeah, if they could bring back Friends, that'll be that'll be great.
You could be Joey's son. You could be like
Yeah.
actor.
Oh, that would be great.
There you
Yeah,
go.
that would be really good. Yeah, to play Joey's son if Joey were to have
settle
a
down
child.
at all, yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, that would be good fun. But yeah, I love. To be fair, I love American comedies and American series. I love The Big Bang Theory as well. How I Met Your Mother. I love all of that.
Easy watches, aren't they?
Easy
When you're
watches,
happy
and it's just brilliant. I just can stick it on, can stick any episode on, and I can just have the best time. And yeah,
Modern Family's like that as well.
Modern Family's great as well. So so yeah. So any of those kind of things.
So if anyone's out there listening, you're Joey's son now.
Or Ted Lasso season 4. Who knows? Tom O'Brien, moves in the team. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see.
Amazing. So when you get your script through, how long does it take? Like, do you have a method of learning all the lines? Because I feel like whenever I watch actors and everything, I was like, the amount of lines you have to learn is just crazy. Is there a method that you can do?
Yeah, I mean, I do think it depends on what you get. I learn lines very differently depending on what I get given. If it's something like Shakespeare, now I need to take that away and translate everything so I know what every word means on that page. So I know exactly what I'm talking about. So I do that. Exactly. So I do that. I translate everything, bring it back, and then start learning. Now, when it comes to conversations, what I enjoy doing, I like recording the other person's lines. What I prefer to do is have someone else say the lines. So I'll either get my fiance or a friend or an actor friend to say the lines, and I have a conversation with them. So I record the lines, and that's kind of how I drill it into my head. So yeah, I think that's kind of how I do it. Just repetition, and then yeah, it goes in. And when it comes to long speeches, what I enjoy doing is breaking down each paragraph, and then giving that paragraph a title. So
in your head,
exactly. Yeah, so it's 5 paragraphs. And you kind of name each paragraph with a title. So it's now number 1, and then when you finish that paragraph, number 2 starts, number 3, number 4, and so instead of it being overwhelming with a large amount of words, it now has just 5 titles, 5 words, and those 5 words will just the penny drops, and you go straight into that paragraph. So little tricks like that.
Have you ever had a moment when you've just gone blank?
Oh yeah, 100%.
What do you do then?
You crack on.
You just improvise. You just go with it. Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you stay in the moment because sometimes it helps.
Yeah.
Sometimes it genuinely helps the scene. That moment of pause, that tension, because it kind of brings it into the real world. But when you kind of calm down and take a breath, and then you realise where you are, then you're back in the moment.
You see the camera staring at you, you're like, oh no, I've got
it. But on stage that just happened. That happened. The run was for a couple of months for the Waiting for Anya, the Michael Morpurgo play. I didn't blank once until the very, very last performance.
Oh no.
But none of my cast realised. They all thought it was kind of I was just being overly dramatic. And then they said they said it kind of worked with the scenes. So if you ever do blank on stage, it happens to everyone.
Yeah.
So don't take it personally or in any kind of bad way. It happens to everyone. But also sometimes it helps with the scene because it keeps it live and it keeps it real and fresh. So it happens.
Yeah, because a lot of the time when if you're watching a show and someone messes up, then after if you're friends and you talk to them, they're like, oh, I messed up, I did this wrong or this wrong. You're like, you have no idea.
Of course.
You don't know because you don't know what you're
and
about
especially
to see.
The audience who are seeing it for the first time, most likely, they won't know either.
No. So you just got to keep reminding yourself that and not
absolutely
automatically panic breakdown, just roll.
Well, this is it. Once the moment's gone, that's it. You can have that was annoying, but you have to, that's it, you move on because you've got so many other lines coming up
Yeah.
after it that you've got to focus on and do all the right things, all necessary things to get you through. So yeah, it happens. You just got to move on.
Amazing. So alongside your acting and your theatre acting, your screen acting, and all the stuff you're doing for the Polish dance community, is there anything else that you're doing alongside all of this?
Well, actually, I really enjoy helping teaching actors, other aspiring actors who are currently working today, doing a bit of acting coaching. So if you go on tomhendryk.com, little plug, why not? You can find more information about that. So I help actors if they're getting into drama school, trying to get into drama school with their auditions, or if they've got an audition coming up that they need help with the character or just with the script, that I help with that kind of thing as well. So basically for aspiring actors or professional actors working. So I really enjoy helping actors get the honest, most pure performance that they can.
That's great, because I feel like to have that advice from yourself, who is an actor, like you can kind of give them the cutthroat of like what the industry's really like. And
well, this is it. If there's anything that I can give to other actors through my experiences, whether it is at drama school or on set, whether that is training the boards on in the theatre, what that's like, or how I can help them there, or if it comes to nerves on stage, or even nerves on camera. I'd love to help actors get the better of that. But really, it's for everything and anything regarding acting on stage or screen. Anything that they need help with, that I can help move them to the next level, then I'd love to do that.
That's amazing. So I'm going to go into it now. I feel like I've made everybody wait long enough. Ted Lasso, how did that come about?
Ted Lasso came about. I saw a casting for semi-professional and professional footballers that could act. Now, I'm not a semi-professional footballer. I'm not a professional footballer. But I think I can act and I can kick a ball. But what I did say is I wrote to the casting director and I said, look, I'm not a semi-professional footballer, but I play for my drama school football team, which was true. I mean, they didn't need to know there were 30 people in my in my year, but I played for my drama school football team. I played football all my life, and which is just true. And I am an actor, so I'd love to audition. I got the audition. So the initial audition was a football trial, if you like.
Really?
And I didn't audition in goal. I auditioned outfield. And this is a true story. The first goal that was scored in the Ted Lasso audition was by yours truly, by me. By the goalkeeper, Tom Hendryk. It was the last goal I scored in the trial, but it was the first goal that was scored. But then there were like a few matches, and between one of the matches, one of the assistant directors came up to me and said, "You look like a goalkeeper." And I was like,
I guess it's the height, maybe.
I'll go. That probably is the height.
You're just too good on the field, so you're just like all attention behind you. No one else.
I took it as a compliment. And he said, "Would you consider auditioning in goal?" But I don't think he realised. But during the trial, Joe Street, who plays Reynolds in the show, he punted my foot, and I was hobbling for the rest of that trial. So when they said, "Would you want to audition in goal?" and I had to do all the jumping and the diving, I was in agony when I was doing that goalkeeper trial. But my foot was hurt so much, like, because a week later I was actually doing a play, One Man, Two Governors, and my character had to have a limp because I had to. No, I had to have a limp. He didn't have a limp, the character, but I had to give him a limp just because my foot was bust.
Yeah.
But luckily, I managed to get through that football trial, and then it was the screen test. The screen test, they give you a script, and they put a camera in for your face, and there's people behind the camera, and they watch you do your thing. And I always thought to myself, if I get through the football trial, if for some miracle, if I get through this football trial, and I get through the screen test, I'm in with a shot. And during this football trial, they got their semi-professional / professional actors. They were really, really good. Far,
Any of
far
them actually
better
on
football.
the cast?
Yeah, of course. Ash Bayliss, he plays Dixon in the show. He was a semi-professional footballer. Coburn, played by DJ Mullings, he was a semi-professional footballer. And injuries kind of, unfortunately got the better of him. But now he's a brilliant actor. And he's doing all the LV commercials that are on right now. So check them out. He's great. He's brilliant. So yes, and there were others. There were others. Bumbercatch, Mo.
Wow.
Mo. He was a semi-professional footballer. He was so good. I don't know how he's semi-professional. I always thought, like, hang on, how can someone who can play like that be a semi-professional footballer?
Yeah.
You'd think he'd play for the Championship or a Premier League team.
Wow.
He was that good. So yeah, there were people far better footballers than I was.
But you scored the first goal.
Well, I scored the first goal.
They didn't.
Well, this is it. Maybe I got lucky in that way. But they slipped me in goal for a goalkeeper trial, and then the screen test, and then the rest is history.
So then you got the call, and they were like, "We want you in."
Yeah, absolutely. And initially, I actually was cast as a goalkeeper called De Maat. It was a Dutch goalkeeper, and so I think for the first episode, I was sat in De Maat's locker.
Oh wow!
And then they kind of moved me to the side to play O'Brien. I don't know why. They clearly know why, but I don't know why I was first De Maat, then O'Brien. But yeah. So and then came Tom O'Brien.
Amazing. What was it like working on set? Because when you watch it, it looks so much fun. It looks like you're all having a laugh and like you're all genuine friends. Is that what it's actually like to be there?
Absolutely. It genuinely is like a football team or any team really. You've got your characters, you've got your louder people, your quieter people. So much fun, and everyone brings something to the table. I think in it was so brilliantly cast. And you get people like Phil Dunster, who plays Jamie Tart, who
He's posh in real life, is he?
He is very well spoken. He loves board games. He watches cricket. I was just talking to him earlier, just messaging him about the Ashes today. He is nothing like Jamie Tart. Yeah. But actually, I lie. He is as a talented actor as he's a talented footballer in Jamie Tart. He is amazing. I went into work every day and I watched Phil work, and that may sound creepy, but honestly, I learned so much from watching Phil do his thing, because for me, he was the best actor on set. He really is, and I don't like saying, because everyone's so talented, everyone's brilliant.
He just changed through the series as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
When you first watched it, you were like, oh, and then like. It was just a bit not annoying, not an annoying character, but you could tell he was up himself. Then his like whole character completely developed, and in the end, we all love Jamie Tart.
It's one thing to make an audience hate you.
Yeah.
It's one thing to make an audience love you. It's another talent to make an audience hate you and then love you. Yeah. He is brilliant, and I'm sad. The guy Sam Abasanya, Tahib. I mean, he's a Brixton lad. I mean, he's and he's got this brilliant Nigerian accent. He's phenomenal. Yeah, it's an accent. Wow. It's an accent. Yeah, he's a proper South London boy.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, there's brilliant characters. I mean, we're a proper team. We're a proper team, and all the lads still got chat to each other. We've got our, of course, WhatsApp groups. What have you? Yeah.
What's the WhatsApp group called?
I'm not saying.
Oh no.
that sticks with me and the boys. We've got our WhatsApp group. We still chat. We go to each other's stuff. And Tahib's playing in Romeo and Juliet right now. He's playing Romeo. So I know some of the boys have already gone to that. I'm definitely going to make as soon as I'm free, get myself to see him perform. So yeah.
It's lovely that you're all genuine friends as well. Like,
absolutely.
And I do think that does come across when you watch it. Like, do they ever like take some shots that kind of don't script? They just kind of see how you all.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jason Sudeikis is a genius, and what he has allowed some of the boys to do is just be free. And if they want to create some stuff or come up with some lines, and if he likes it, he'll like, yeah, stick it in. That's funny. Yeah, he just kind of lets it flow. And I completely forgot the question you asked me. What was the question you asked me? Sorry.
I think we were just genuinely just. I've just kind of got caught away with the. We'll cut that bit. No, I was just saying like that was it. Is any of it scripted or is it all just?
Yes,
that
was it. Yes, so most of it, of course, I'd say 99% is scripted. But what I think my point was, Jason does give that flexibility to if someone does have an idea, he runs with it.
Yeah.
So that's really great.
He works very well with like the whole Ted and Beard relationship is great. That's just.
Well, they've been friends for the longest time.
Yeah, I think again that you can see on screen.
Oh, you can. You can.
The looks they give each other. You can't
100%
practice that. It's literally.
Well, I mean, you can practice that, but it takes a lot of work to get that
chemistry,
get that chemistry, to get that so it's believable.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, even on set when the camera's off, you can see their friendship. You can see it's very clear that they're very good friends.
Yeah. So. While you were filming Ted Lasso, did you have a favourite scene that you were either you watched or you were involved in? Or
I mean, there were a lot. I mean, we had so many good scenes. I'm going, obviously, being at Wembley, going to the Man City Stadium. But I think for me, it's not going to any of those stadiums. It's the pillow fight scene.
Oh yeah, in Amsterdam.
The pillow fight scene in season 3. I mean, that was only in your dream can you do a scene like that. Have an actual pillow fight with feathers everywhere in a hotel lobby. You know, it was incredible. And actually, I punched accidentally. I punched Montlaw, Stephen Manas, who plays Montlaw. So the pillow kind of in my hand kind of flipped around my hand, and I literally just full on clocked him in the face.
Did they catch it on film?
The cameras were rolling, so maybe they didn't use it. Couldn't see it. I didn't see it in the final edit, but it happened, and literally as soon as I did it, and I had to carry on having the pillow fight, but the fear, my eyes were so wide open. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, Stefan, I'm so sorry. And he was completely dazed, and he kind of like walked off the set because I really hit him hard, and I hurt him, and I felt so bad.
No.
I just kept apologizing because it was just really bad luck because all the times we were kind of hitting each other with the pillows, you know, it went on and lots of takes of it. But then there's just one take where the pillow just went right the wrong way, and I just went bang right into his face, and I felt so awful.
Was he all right after? I'm guessing.
Sorry,
I'm guessing he was okay after.
Yeah, he was fine. He was fine. Thank
Massive
God, he was
black
fine.
eye.
No, oh my God, imagine. But I mean, the punch aside, the actual scene was so much fun to play, and generally for the next couple of days, I was finding feathers everywhere.
Yeah, I can imagine. Did you actually go to Amsterdam to film that episode?
I didn't. No, I didn't. But some did. So all the external scenes was Amsterdam. Yeah, but no, I didn't, and some of the other boys didn't either, unfortunately.
Amazing. When you look at like Ted Lasso, what was your favourite storyline? Because I feel like they really spoke about a lot of like taboo subjects, especially with like having the therapist in there and all of that sort of avenue. And then obviously in season 3 with a couple of the characters coming out as gay on screen.
I loved Colin Hughes' storyline, played by Billy. He did it so brilliantly, and they matched it with Trent's storyline as well. So they kind of came out to the audience together, and that was really, really well written, beautifully done, beautifully acted. The scene where Trent and Colin are just chatting and kind of laying it all out there. it's and just that relationship throughout the whole season, how that developed, that was really well done, and it was definitely put a spotlight on on footballers and how it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay, and you will be supported, and no one will think anything less of you. But I can imagine they're afraid, and with the media today, and it's frightening, the media today, what they can do and how they can make people think. No, that storyline I think was beautiful.
Yeah, I agree. Shed a few tears over that one as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. I couldn't stop crying this season.
Season 3 just ruined me.
It's supposed to be a comedy show, right?
One scene you laugh, the next one you're sobbing, you're like, I can't.
Well, and I suppose that's the beauty of TED, isn't it? That really is the beauty of TED.
But it shows just how much they capture the audience, and really make you feel like you're part of the Richmond family, really, which I think's wonderful.
Absolutely, and I think everyone has really kind of bought into that, and that's why you have so many people actually wearing the shirts. And when I see Ted Lasso merch in the streets, it's kind of overwhelming. It's like, wow, but it's brilliant because they feel like they're supporting a team, just like any other team, just like me with Leicester. They're supporting their team, and their team might be AFC Richmond, and that's fantastic.
Yeah, that is amazing. What's Brett Goldstein like offset? Is he still Roy Kent through?
No, well, that's another one. That's another one which, just like Phil and Jamie Tartt, who is so different from their characters. He's not this grunting, aggressive kind of guy. He's the softest, loveliest, happiest, smiliest guy on set, and he's completely different to that that kind of.
It's even his run, the Roy Kent run's just so funny. It's part of I can't even describe it, but you see
he runs.
Sometimes I think sometimes when he runs, I think there was in Amsterdam there was a scene with the two of them, Jamie Tartt and Roy Kent, and obviously he's just kind of there he almost shovels and everything, and I just think each character in that series does have their own element. I love it.
Yes. Everyone has their little eccentricities. If that's a word, I'm going with it. Everyone's got their thing.
Yeah.
And Brett has certainly found Roy's thing. He is Roy Kent, and it's quite incredible how this lovely, smiley, warm guy can become this rough, aggressive.
Do you remember the first time you heard him go from Brett to Roy?
No, I don't. But it's just one of the things where you just watch and enjoy, and sometimes it's not even, the reactions that we have aren't even acting. They're honestly not. They're just natural reaction to what's going on because of the brilliance that's happening in front of camera. We don't have to try very hard because everyone's so good at what they do. So yeah.
Who would you say is your favourite person to do scenes with, or could you not pick one person?
On set?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think I had that much talking time. But if there was someone, I'd love to do more stuff, more with Jason, because what comes out of his mouth is genius, and sometimes he just tweaks. Sometimes the line, but quite often it's the inflections in the line, and it can be a completely different line, and it can almost take you off guard on how brilliant he is. So he'll make you react in a different way, which is brilliant and keeps it live and fresh. So he is a genius, and the more time that I can work opposite him, the better it's going to be for me, because it's just I just try my best to be a sponge, because he is as I said, he is an utter genius, and I just want to learn from him and learn.
Is he in the group chat?
No.
Is he not?
But I have been privy to another chat where he has been in. But that conversation doesn't really that kind of ended as soon as it started. But He's
still in
not.
the
He's
phone
not
book.
in.
He's
He's
in the
not
phone
in the team. And to be fair, I think he shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Because and nor should any of the coaches, if you like, because then it's not a team.
Yeah.
The team's got to be the team.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, the coaches and the managers are still part of the team, but to kind of get those friendships and the banter, because you wouldn't say certain things in front of your parents, you wouldn't say certain things in front of your teachers, and the same thing, you wouldn't say certain things in front of your coaches or the people you think are your coaches, even though it's a fictional show, So
You get so like wrapped up in thinking it actually is, and like it's actually
yeah, I mean it's very easy
you're
to.
on FIFA now, aren't you?
Yeah. I mean, that
my
was
gosh,
wild.
what was that like?
was wild. I mean, that was a dream come true.
Yeah.
That really was a dream come true when we were told that was going to happen.
How did they break the news to you? Was that on set?
No, we went for drinks, and they kind of announced it there, and yeah, that was kind of, I suppose that was kind of unofficially they announced it there, and they did say it on set as well, but we kind of already knew. But that was
So can you play as
literally
yourself on
yeah,
FIFA?
I can play as myself.
Wow.
I know. It's
I bet you
just
do it every time.
I
bet
mean,
you're part of like Leicester City, Chelsea.
No, I'm Richmond. I'm Richmond. I suppose I
Richmond.
should sign Tom O'Brien to Leicester City. That could be good now, especially now Schmeichel's gone. But no, it was a dream come true and something I never even thought could possibly happen. Even when I started doing the show, I never thought for 1 second, I wonder if this team's going to be on FIFA. No, it's just one of these incredible things that life throws at you that it's just a blessing, and I'm just so grateful and astonished that this kind of thing can happen to me, because I'm living a childhood fantasy. I mean, because I wanted to be many kids, boys, girls, wanted to dream about being a professional footballer, and some never got to be, and some take in different directions, and now at least for 1 year on FIFA, I'm kind of living that, and people can play me on FIFA. Plays me on FIFA. It's amazing, incredible.
That's crazy. What if you could play for any football team? Who would it be?
Leicester City.
Oh, Leicester City.
It would be a dream. I don't care if they're in a championship now. It would be the dream of dreams to put on that blue jersey. I'm a Leicester City season ticket holder, and to run out as a Leicester City player or to be or captain or whatever, that's the pinnacle of life.
Yeah.
That would be my life. So at least potentially I can do that digitally on FIFA.
Let's manifest it.
I think I've passed that. Past that now. Unless Leicester keep getting relegated to the conference, maybe I've got a shot then. But no, that would be incredible. Playing for Leicester City, that would be a dream.
Through filming Ted Lasso, did you get to? Because I know they obviously go to quite a few different stadiums. Did you actually film in those stadiums?
Yeah. We filmed Chelsea, Arsenal, Man City, West Ham. Actually, I didn't film in Arsenal because I got COVID. As soon as I rocked up to the Emirates, we all did our lateral flows, and I felt absolutely fine. But those dreaded 2 lines came up, and I was literally standing outside the stadium, and I wasn't allowed in. And now I stopped work. That's why in season 3 there's a good break where you won't find me. Because I had COVID, so I didn't actually get to get on that pitch and in the Emirates. But no, it's nice that I went to some of the other stadiums and Wembley as well. I mean, that was a treat.
You went to Wembley, wow, that must have been amazing.
That was a hell of a treat getting to Wembley. That was another dream. It's been an incredible ride, an absolutely incredible ride.
It's literally like the dream for a football fan. It's like the dream job, isn't it?
It was because you're kind of living that dream as a professional footballer, and I've been so lucky. I've been so lucky with that job as Ted and playing as an AFC Richmond, because I think there's been other football shows like the Dream Team that have been in the past, and that you look at, that'll be a fun job to do, acting and being a footballer. What a dream that would be. And that's kind of weirdly happened to me with AFC Richmond and Ted. I've been so fortunate, so lucky, and it's it's been one hell of a ride. And is it over? Who knows?
Oh yeah,
Who
I was
knows?
going to ask season 4.
In my heart of hearts, I don't think there is a season 4. But is there a room for a spin-off? Definitely, maybe. When I say
see Nathan
definitely, I
Shelley
mean
there.
I think there's room for it. I don't think it's going to happen. If I was to guess, Nathan will be a good spin-off. Roy will be a good spin-off. And I think Jamie would be a good spin-off. Or maybe a combination of the three. I don't know. Or Coach Beard, who knows? But I definitely think there is scope. And also the want for it. I think I think fans don't want this story to end. And the world to end. There's so much, I think, more to give. I think I believe that Ted's story is done. I don't believe that Ted won't make an appearance potentially in what could be a spin-off. That could happen. But Ted's story, Ted's arc, I think is over. Which is, I think it ended really beautifully, in my opinion. I think it was such a beautiful ending. I don't think there was a dry eye in the house.
I'm sobbing there.
It was gorgeous. And I think it was the perfect ending to Ted Lasso's story. But not necessarily the perfect ending
Richmond
to
FC.
Richmond
AFC Richmond.
and AFC Richmond.
Slap on my head. Amazing. Well, it's been great to talk to you. I could talk all day about all of this stuff, but I'll wrap it up here. Thank you so much for being on the podcast, Tom. It's been lovely to chat to you, and I look forward to watching you on our screens going forward.
Thank you very much. It's been brilliant to carry me.